my sweet little garbanzo beans. This is Sanessa, and today we are doing South Node Past Life Energy reading. So this is for all my cute little baby beans who have got their South Node in Virgo. Sorry, I don't know why, but I said that in the Leo reading, and I just love it so much. I'm just taken with it, so I'm going to call y'all baby beans for a sec. But yeah, so this is for all my sweet little baby beans who have their South Node in Virgo in their natal chart. If you are not sure what your South Node is, I have included a link in the description box to a site where you can go generate a free natal chart report. I'm not sponsored by nor affiliated with the site, I just like it, so I highly recommend it. I do offer in-depth natal chart readings. The link for that is also in the description box, along with my Etsy shop link for all my other readings as well. So if you like this and you kind of want to get more specifics, please feel free to check that out. I do want to briefly mention, so this is just kind of talking about some of the South Node in Virgo energies, and then we're going to be pulling more tarot to kind of hone in on that a little bit more closely. But this is very different. This will play out differently from individual to individual, and this is also heavily impacted by what house your South Node is in. So once again, if you have, you want to learn more, I do offer in-depth natal chart readings where we can look at that a little bit more closely. But just, a quick little sort of rundown of what this is before we dive right on in. There are a couple of major indicators in your natal chart that can point to past life energies, but your South Node is kind of commonly considered to be the most prominent. And this is, your South Node is kind of the energy that you have already mastered. And your, whereas your North Node, because all South and North nodes on your natal chart are oppositional signs in the wheel of the zodiac, your North Node is the opposite. And this is in order, you're being asked to embrace and move toward your North Node energy and then kind of detach from your South Node energy. And this is because this is something, like I said, you've already mastered, and the goal is to bring in more balance at a soul level. So while this might be talking about, we're going to be looking into one of your past lives that might be impacting this kind of energy manifestation, I want to just briefly mention as well, this is, likely not the only past life that you've lived, and it doesn't even necessarily have to be the most, kind of quote-unquote important or prominent. This is just really looking at the past life that is, that's impacting your current life journey more than others. So I just had to kind of put that out there. So I have pulled the Virgo card. I want to also mention too, all of my decks are going to be linked in the description box down below. But I have pulled out the Virgo card to represent my sweet little baby beans. Look at this. So this says, this is the Alchemist. This says methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curatorial, oh, that's such a good word, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. So South Node in Virgo can kind of talk about a lot of things. There's some sort of overlap between South Node in Virgo and South Node in Gemini because they're both ruled by Mercury, but they're a little bit different. But the ways that they can be the same, this can be somebody who is a little bit overly analytical, who's too, kind of nervous, as they say, too perfectionistic. So you might find that you get lost in these very small details. You don't be excessively detail oriented to the point where it presents problems. I don't know why. I'm also picking up right now on this playing out in interpersonal relationships is what I was kind of just getting. So in terms of, South Node past life energy, first of all, we have witchy here, so you may have practiced witchcraft or had a magical path in a past life, and this could be impacting your current life, because this would put your North Node in Pisces, so this would be really asking you to step into a very prominent role of spiritual service. And this doesn't have to be prominent like that's your career, but whereas I'm kind of getting the feeling like this is more of like a low-key kind of practicing witchcraft. I feel like, this would put your North Node in Pisces because this is asking you to be very open about your spirituality and your spiritual calling and spiritual path. So that's kind of something that I'm picking up on a little bit. Like I said, I think the biggest thing with this Virgo energy can be like in your South Node, can be a little bit overly analytical and potentially a little critical, not only towards others, but especially toward the self, right? So that might be something that you struggle with. You might struggle with being like highly perfectionistic, you know, have at least areas of your life where you're kind of a little bit type A. This is also because, you know, this Virgo traditionally rules the 6th house, and this can talk about health and service. You might find that you're kind of an overgiver sometimes. There's a common shadow element between all oppositional signs, and one of the core tenets of the shadow element between Virgo and Pisces is this kind of self-sacrificial overgiving kind of energy. And so there's like, I don't want to say like martyr, but there can be a little bit of that energy going on. And so again, what I'm really picking up on in this reading specifically, and like I said, this is going to be heavily impacted by, you know, first of all, it's impacted by the fact that you're drawn here, right? Not everybody's going to watch this, even if they all have, you know, not everybody with a Virgo South Node is going to feel drawn to watch this. So the fact that you did and you clicked on it means there's something here that Spirit's trying to communicate. But this is going to be really, really heavily impacted by the house placement. So a Virgo South Node in the, you know, its home of the 6th house is going to be really different than a Virgo South Node in the 11th house, right? So that's just something to keep in mind. This is going to be a little bit different for everybody just based on your house placement. But the biggest thing I'm picking up on is this like this nervousness and this like meticulousness, and I feel like this over analyzing that makes it hard to connect with other people. So you may also find too with this placement that you like, again, there's like that self-sacrificial aspect to it, but I almost get this feeling of like burying yourself in your work, or being very attached to your work, or attached to whatever, you know, with this energy of service. This is like your work, or like what you do for the community. So if you're like a volunteer, or you have you know, an organization you like to work with, it's something like that, you know, maybe like work for a nonprofit. I feel like this is part of your identity, because it feels like there's this nervousness around some element of your self-expression, right? So it's kind of like, this is my thing, this is what I do, you know, especially with the alchemist, like I make things happen, I bring all the pieces together, and it feels like behind this very competent facade, there's a little bit of this anxiety, there's a little bit of this like I feel it, I feel it in my chest right now, where it's like, or you know, like this fear of like, what I'm hearing is a fear of failing other people. So this is a little bit of what is going on with South Node and Virgo. Again, you know, it's going to be different for everybody, and there's a lot that goes along with this, but this is the biggest energy that I'm picking up. So I am going to pull you guys a past life card so we can look a little bit closer at this. It's this one. Oh yeah, okay. Y'all got trust and faith. Okay, so again, I do feel like with trust and faith, I feel like service was a part of your past life as well. This may have been really what you have been working toward in this past life that's coming through. I almost feel like there's this energy of like, there's this energy of wanting to practice, I feel like some type of like witchcraft, or wanting to practice some type of spiritual practice, but it would not be accepted, right? Maybe there's like in this past life, you're in a highly religious community that wouldn't have accepted it. So I feel like you had to practice under the guise of something else, right? So maybe you wanted to practice witchcraft, but you practice under the guise of like herbal medicine, right? Or it's like if you were a cook, right? You wanted to cook people like solid, healthy meals, and it's like this energy of like practicing kitchen witchcraft, right? Practicing enchantment without actually like literally calling it that. So again, I feel like what I'm hearing is like working hard to make low-key miracles happen. So I feel like it's one of those like you know, I don't, and this also may kind of contribute to this interpersonal anxiety as well, as kind of what I'm picking up, right? So if you have this practice in this past life that you had to kind of carry out in secret, there may always be this nervousness and this like oof, excuse my burp, I'm sorry. There's like over analytical quality where it's like that you know, Mercury on overdrive kind of quality, where what I'm almost picking up is it's like that constant like having to analyze the situation, right? It's having to see like, okay, is this person, are they on to me? Is this, you know, hidden enough? Is this like subtle enough? It feels like having to go over every detail. And I feel like you were in your community, you really offered something that people truly needed, and it's kind of like everybody knew to come to you for, again, I'm picking up something very heavily like herbal medicine, or like again, like kitchen witchcraft. There's something like that, like people knew to come to you, and you had to disguise it as something other than it was. And so again, that might kind of contribute to this like nervous energy a little bit, and this nervousness in interpersonal situations, right? Because if you're running something out of that could get you persecuted and you know, maybe imprisoned or you know, physically harmed, it's this energy of like I have to like be very, very conscientious about what I say and who I trust. And I definitely am picking up on this like nervousness around other people, and this like feeling like you need to say the right things and not wanting to fail other people. So let's pull y'all a numerology guidance card and look a little bit deeper. It's so hard to shuffle on camera, you guys. That's how you guys, oh, it's this one. That's how y'all know I love you. Okay, so you got, ooh, okay, you got 99, and it's compassion. So again, we have purple here. This is a lot of very spiritual energy. We have a master number, so I feel like, let me tip this, sorry for the glare. There we go, beauteous. So yeah, with this being a master number, I do feel like this was part of your spiritual path, and you had a lot of help and guidance from ascended masters. It's also, you know, it's double 9 here, so this was like a cycle, a really big cycle that needed to, that had to be like wrapped up, right? And I feel that this is, I almost feel like you wrapped this cycle up in your past life, or you've pretty much wrapped it up, and it's kind of like tapering off in this life, and this might be why this is at your south node. But again, I feel like you practice a lot of compassion for other people, and I feel like you like made sure people got what they needed, right? This is a Virgo energy, is very much of service in like a material, physical world way, especially. And so I feel like you were always like a compassionate person with other people, and you're always working for the good of other people. And like something I say a lot with this deck is that sometimes the Merkaba is the same color as the background, like here, and sometimes it's different. And when it's the same, I always take that as your internal frequency is in resonant harmony with your external reality, right? And so this is why I feel like this is a cycle that needs to be wrapped up here. Is that I feel like if you kind of had to, in this past life that's coming through, if you had to really hide what you were doing, I feel like there's this need to be able to be very much in the open about like what you are, your soul path. There we go. Words. Sorry. And again, I feel like you are a very compassionate person. I could also see this being compassion for people who are in like situations that that maybe other people didn't understand. So like, for example, you know, in this past life, if somebody was nearing the end of their life journey, you may have kind of concocted, you know, like concocted little like tinctures and potions that would kind of help ease end of life pain, or even kind of help release them from embodiment. It's something like that. But again, there's this element to which you had to kind of hide what you were doing. But I feel like you did all of this work. Like this was very true to you, very real to you at the soul, and you did that because you have compassion, because you love what you do. So that's beautiful. And I am going to pull y'all some tarot from the Herbcrafter's tarot, which I love, by the way. This is a gorgeous deck. Highly recommend it. So let's dig a little deeper. Yes, this one. No, but it goes like that. Okay. Okay. So y'all got the Two of Swords reversed. I don't know if you can see. Sorry about the glare. The lighting in my house is really uneven, so I have lighting, which is lovely, but there's glare. Oh, you guys have the Three of Cups. see if I can get this to stand up. Beautiful. Okay, and the King of Pentacles reverse. Okay. So this is really interesting. What I'm kind of getting here, because again we have earth energy and then we have masculine earth energy here as well. I feel like for many of you, this is something where a close, friend or family member with this Three of Cups, somebody who's part of your soul family, your soul tribe, particularly an earthy masculine energy, knew what you were doing and did not approve, or was like always concerned it was gonna come back to bite you, essentially, and tried to get you to stop doing what you're doing. And with the Two of Swords reversed, what I'm feeling like is that you made this decision. You had to do this, right? Because with the Two of Swords reversed, this is kind of like, I feel like the blindfold came off at some point. There was this recognition of the need for the work you were doing. And it's like this, this resolution. That's the word, like being resolute, saying like, I have to do this, no matter what. And with what I'm kind of picking up on is that with this Three of Cups in this spread, that this, like, again, being so resolute, being very determined, drove a wedge between you and, I feel like it's one other person. This may have been a father figure. This may have been a husband. This could be, a partner of any sort. This could be a sibling you were really close with. But again, with the Three of Cups, this is like somebody that you have a soul connection with that brings you a lot of joy. And I feel like this scenario, and it's not that they didn't believe in what you were doing. I feel like they were mostly afraid you were going to get caught. And persecuted because of that. And I feel like they tried to get you to stop serving people in the way that you were used to, or in the way that you were pursuing, and that ended up creating a lot of tension and major waves in this relationship. So I'm going to pull you guys some more tarot because I'm nosy as hell. Yeah, okay. I want to put it right here though. Is it like this? No, it is like this. Okay. Okay, so y'all got, the Sun reversed. Okay. Wow, you guys got the Judgment card. And then you got the World. So you have 3 major arcanas, and look, it goes in order too. It goes 19, 20, 21. So yeah, this was a huge deal. So with the Sun reversed, the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot, and so even when it's reversed, it still like ensures a happy, successful outcome. I call it a yes but card. So when it's upright, this is like a big hell yes, and when it's reversed, to me, it's like yes, but it will take longer than you thought, or yes, but adjustments need to be made. Yes, but things are, it's going to be great, but it's going to be different than what you expected. So we have this here, and I feel like with the Sun reversed, this was like, there was a lot of, I feel like there were some ups and downs. There was a lot of tension. There was a lot of fear around this soul calling. But I feel like you couldn't stay away from doing it, because overwhelmingly with the Judgment card here, you knew this was your spiritual calling, right? Like, you heard the call to help people. You heard the call to, especially to, like, I love that we have this kind of Virgo energy with the Herbcrafter. So like, I really do feel like this is involving like herbal medicine, herbal magic, kitchen witchcraft. It's like whatever you were doing, you felt it in your soul. It was a part of you with this Judgment card. And I feel like no matter what happened, it's like you had to pursue it. And then with the World, like I said, this is exactly what I was talking about earlier, with this being like an energy that's pretty much wrapped up, right? So we have 99, and this is kind of like 100 a little bit. But this is really talking about wrapping up a huge cycle in order to prepare for a new one. And because we have 19, 20, 21, again, I feel like you wrapped up this cycle for the most part by the end of this lifetime, or you're like kind of wrapping up the last little pieces of it in this lifetime. And this may come from The way this might get wrapped up is having an opportunity to repair the relationship with this person. So this person might be in your life now. Actually, I'm a little curious about that. So I kind of want to pull y'all an extra card or two to kind of look at this specifically, because I'm nosy and I want to know what's happening. I have questions, damn it. All right, let's see what we got. So we got, yeah, exactly. Okay, the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups. Okay, so again, there's progression moving forward. This is exactly what I'm kind of seeing though. So with the Four of Cups and the Five of Cups coming out to kind of clarify this relationship, and I'm just going to put them right here because I don't have enough space. I'll work on it. I'm sorry. Aesthetic is not my strong suit. Yes, so with the Four and the Five of Cups, what I really feel like is this person, just like this person didn't really understand, I feel like, why you were doing what you're doing. This person may have offered you an opportunity to like work with them or live with them, find some type of future and stability with them with that King of Pentacles energy, and I feel as if you had to turn them down. And so, excuse me. Yeah, I feel as if you had to turn them down. You had to not accept their offer, right? Because this is kind of what the Four of Cups is all about. And with the Five of Cups, I feel like this caused a lot of grief. This caused a lot of sadness. It's interesting because the Five of Cups traditionally shows a man and he's, you know, he's like in a cloak and he's weeping over 3 spilled cups and there's still 2 standing upright behind him. And it's interesting because we have the Three of Cups right here, right? So this is very much like weeping over those 3 spilled cups, weeping over the perceived loss of this connection or the weakening of this connection, to the point of not seeing the opportunity still available to you. So I feel like that's what was kind of going on with this relationship, and I feel like this kind of went both ways, but especially for this person, right? And so with the Five of Cups kind of talking about the 2 cups still left standing upright, I really feel like this is saying that this relationship was like, this is like soul bond, right? This relationship that you experience was not meant to kind of fully come to fruition in that past life that's coming through right now. But this is kind of what this completion is all about, is I feel that you get to reconnect and have this connection with this person that you were denied in this past life. You had like a past life of service and now you're going to get rewarded for it by being able to pursue opportunities you didn't get to. And with trust and faith, I feel like this is also saying like, because you put your trust in spirit and you served spirit, you are getting rewarded in this life because of that. So that's amazing. And I'm just going to pull y'all a couple of cards of advice and then I'll send you lovely baby beans on your way. Oh, shoot. Okay. Oh, they're all falling. Hang on. Okay. Oh, this one turned itself over. So, oh, you guys, we have the Lovers. Beautiful. And the Page of Pentacles. So again, more earth energy. This is gorgeous. This is exactly what we were just talking about. So this may come through. This might be your person, honestly. And this makes, especially we have, like I said, you know, 2 earth energies here as well. So it's like birds of a feather. Yeah, this is most likely your person. It's interesting too because hawthorn is traditionally called, I think it's like the witch's herb, and I apologize, you can correct me in the comments if I've gotten that wrong, but it was like highly associated with witchcraft. So yeah, what I'm really seeing with these 2 coming out right here is that, you know, your advice essentially, what Spirit kind of wants to talk about is that this connection is going to come back around again. With the Page of Pentacles, this might be somebody that you've just met. This might be somebody who is also incarnated as an earth sign this time around. This could be somebody who you end up having children with at some point. But this is really talking about this connection kind of, you know, still being in this Page of Pentacles stage. There's still a lot for you guys to explore together. And this is why I feel like this person either is new to your life or the connection hasn't had the chance to grow very much, or this person's coming into your life soon because it's still at the Page stage. But this is really talking about how you're going to get the opportunity to build something that you didn't before. And with the Lovers, this is like you guys choose each other because there's this deep mutual respect and understanding, even like at the soul level, right? So even if in this past life this person didn't understand why you made the choices you made, why you took the path that you took. I do feel like they respected that about you. I feel like more than anything else, there was grief about not being able to experience everything they wanted to experience with you, or this feeling that they may have lost you to something. But this opportunity is coming back around in this lifetime, because I feel like you guys choose each other in many lifetimes, and it's a choice made of love, not of obligation. So that's amazing. That's beautiful. And also, when I was looking at this Page of Pentacles, I kept hearing the phrase, keep doing what you're doing. So I don't know if y'all are kind of questioning where you are right now in your life, but this is kind of like a little pep talk from Spirit that you are starting this new cycle that's going to be based a lot more on doing things you love, and then to just kind of keep doing what you're doing. So I think that is everything I have for you, my sweet little baby beans. I hope this has been helpful. If you need help with your specific situation, please feel free to check out my shop or DM me. I'm happy to make custom readings. I'm wishing you all the best and the most beautiful things that life has to offer, and I will be seeing you soon. Take care, love bugs. Bye.